How do we create deeper, more meaningful connections? Brene Brown, the author of Daring Greatly, said that connection is the energy exchange where you feel seen, heard, and valued. So in this 3-part mini-series, we're going to be looking at these 3 aspects. And along the way, you might get clues as to why not being seen, not being heard, and not being valued might have impacted other areas of your life. So join with me now as we create deeper, more meaningful connections. Hi, I'm Rosanne Clay, helping you deliberately create a life you love. In this first video, we're going to be looking at being seen. And to understand how being seen might have impacted your life, I'm going to give you a little story about my life. When I was a young child, I had certain caregivers in my life that were particularly abusive when they saw me if they happened to be in a particular mood. So if they were in a very aggressive mood and I happened to be in the way, then I would feel it. So I learned very quickly to not be seen, to hide myself away. And what that did is it created subconscious filters on my mind where I programmed my mind to hide myself as a protection mechanism. Now imagine me as a teenager. By this time, I had really learned to hide myself. So by this time, I didn't want to go to social outings because that would mean I would be seen. And I struggled to actually talk to people because that would draw attention to me. So imagine me putting up my hand in class. That was not a thing. I would not do that because then eyes would be on me. And as much as I wanted to be seen and as much as I wanted to form deeper connections with my friends, I struggled because I had this internal dialogue that it wasn't safe to be seen. Now this played out in my career as well because it meant that if I was not getting noticed, I was getting passed on opportunities for promotions. Hiding myself went beyond my physical reality. Hiding myself was so deeply ingrained in my psyche that I needed to hide my flaws. And when you hide your flaws, you hide your talents. You can't have one without the other. The mind works where if you have a programming to hide something, your brain does it for everything. So people didn't see my talents. I wasn't able to share fully of myself. I wasn't able to share my light, my brightness, my gifts. And that's the real detriment when you are busy hiding yourself because you're so worried about people judging you and you're so worried about getting in trouble and doing something wrong. You end up hiding all your beauty. And of course the thing that suffered the most was my friendships because I wasn't able to share fully of myself. And because I was so busy trying to hide my flaws, I couldn't be vulnerable with them. So there was no way I was going to be able to get the help or support that emotionally I was craving. Okay, so that was a very long story to explain why it's so important to be seen. When you are seen, you allow yourself to shine brightly. You allow yourself to be fully seen. You allow yourself to have deeper connections with those around you. You open yourself up to receiving support from people. And more importantly, when you shine your brightness, it opens a space for people around you to shine as well. And with that, let's get tapping. Remember to take accountability for your own well-being before you begin your tapping. Tapping on the karate chop point. And just follow me, repeat what I do, and repeat what I say. Even though I don't want to be seen, I struggle to be seen. I choose to love myself, honor myself, forgive myself, and accept myself. Even though it's really hard for me to be seen. I really don't want to be seen. I struggle greatly with being seen. I choose to love myself, honor myself, accept myself, and forgive myself deeply. Even though I really don't want to be seen, there are so many risks to being seen. In fact, I think I'm terrified of being seen. I choose to love myself, honor myself, forgive myself, and accept myself. All right, and tapping on the eyebrow point. It's scary being seen. I really don't want to be. It reminds me of times when I was young, times when I didn't want to be seen. There were so many times that I didn't want to be seen. There were so many times when it wasn't safe to be seen. And on this point here, in between the little finger bone and the ring finger bone, and I surrender all of this to the highest energy for my greater good and the greater good of all those around me. I'm tapping on the top of the head. I'm allowing myself to be seen. I'm opening myself up to being seen. It's not safe to be seen. I really don't believe that it's safe to be seen. There's a part of me that wants to be seen. There's a big part of me that wants to be seen. But most of me doesn't want to be seen. In fact, I'd rather hide in my shell. I think it would be much safer. I can imagine myself safely curling up into a ball and hiding in my shell. I really don't want to be seen. It's not safe to be seen. It reminds me too much of the dangers when I have been seen, when I've been laughed at, when I've been ridiculed, when I've been made to feel so much shame. And I really don't want to be ashamed again. I really don't want to be shamed. I don't want to be humiliated. I don't want to be embarrassed. Most of all, I don't want to feel so petrified. I just don't want to be so scared anymore. I'd like to have what Rosanne is talking about. I'd like to have that feeling of being vulnerable, being able to ask for help, being able to talk to my friends, being able to share myself greatly. I would really like to have that feeling. I'd really love to have that feeling. But I don't have it right now. And yet, I know it's coming. I know that the more I tap, the more I can release these fears and worries, the more I can surrender them, and the more I can open myself up to being seen, to being deeply seen, to being fully seen, and knowing that it's safe. And tapping on the gamut point again. And I surrender all these fears about being seen to the highest energy for my greater good and the greater good of all those around me. All right, take a little stretch. So stretch up to the ceiling, take a deep breath. Shake your hands. Again, all you're doing is just flushing out the toxins because the tapping is moving a lot of energy and you really just want to allow that energy to shift a lot more. So remember, when you're doing this tapping, you want to drink a lot of water. You want to make sure that you're allowing your body to rest because it does get exhausting flushing all these toxins out of your body. Your body's been holding on to these toxins for a long time, decades possibly if it's like me. So you definitely want to look after yourself after this tapping. Okay, so now we're going to go into more positive tapping in the positive. If you feel like you're still holding on and you're still feeling a lot of negativity around this area of not being seen, then please rewind the video and replay that section that we just did. Tapping in the positive, starting on the karate chop point. I'm open to being seen. I'm allowing myself to be seen. It's safe for me to be seen. I'm ready to be seen. I'm letting go of all my judgments about being seen. I'm letting go of all my fears of being seen. I'm letting go of all my worries about being seen. I'm letting go of all my criticisms of myself about being seen. I'm letting go of all these issues of being seen. I'm allowing myself to be seen. And tapping on the gamut point, I surrender all these fears and worries about being seen to the highest energy for my greater good and the greater good of all those around me. And on the karate chop point, I'm open to being seen. It's okay for me to be seen. I'm actually in a safe space. I'm no longer in a difficult place where I can't be seen. I'm no longer that little child that couldn't be seen. It's safe for me to be seen. I'm allowed to be seen. I am safe. All is well. I'm letting go of these old beliefs about being seen. I'm letting go of old programmings that started in my childhood about how it's not safe to be seen. I'm letting go of all these old beliefs that don't serve me anymore. I'm allowing myself to be seen. It's safe for me to be seen. And I'm ready, really ready to be seen fully, shining in my brightness. I'm ready to shine. I'm ready to share my beauty. I'm ready to share my talents. I'm ready to share my gifts with the world. I'm ready to share myself more deeply. I'm ready to share myself more deeply with my friends. I'm ready to share myself more deeply with my family. I'm ready to be vulnerable. It's safe for me to have deeper connections. It's safe for me to be loved. It's safe for me to be love. I'm open to accepting myself. I'm accepting all parts of me. I'm allowing myself to be loved. I'm loving all parts of me. And on the gamut point, and I surrender all of these feelings, all of these fears and worries about being visible, all of these thoughts about hiding myself. I surrender them all to the highest energy for my greater good and the greater good of all those around me. And just take a nice deep breath, stretch up to the sky. Shake your hands, shake it all out. You'll be moving a lot of energy in your body, so just allow yourself to get a lot of good rest tonight. Have lots of water. Really take care of yourself. Thank you so much for joining me in this journey, and I really hope that you got some value out of it. If you're really feeling the intensity of not being seen, and you really feel like there's more work to be done, keep replaying the video over and over. replay it as many times. There's no harm in redoing this over and over, and I hope to see you in the next video where we look at being heard. If you found value in this video, please hit the like button. It helps to get this video out to other people. Wishing you so much love and light on your journey.